Hey there, little cute toots. Max Kevin here. It's the Little Cute Podcast. It's not too long. Man, I just spent a long time writing some Japanese. I was trying to write this new book here, and well, it took me about 3.5 hours to write one page in Japanese. That's not too bad, right? 3.5 hours, one page. I mean, I don't know if you guys are aspiring writers out there, but I don't know if we got any Stephen Kings. We got any young Stephen Kings out there, doing cocaine, getting hit by cars like young Stephen King. Any of you guys? No? But he would just, he would just pump out books like in a day. He just do a bunch of cocaine and just like write a couple books each week. That's the Stephen King method. You ever read that book On Writing by Stephen King? Basically, he just says, "Yeah, I did a bunch of cocaine and I wrote 50 books in a year, thanks to the cocaine. I can't even remember it." That's Stephen King's writing strategy. I don't know what he does now. Maybe just coffee, I guess. What's I talking about? Oh yeah. But he was writing in English. I wrote a page in Japanese. I don't know if you guys can do that or not. I don't know if you've studied the Japanese language or if you can even write in English. But I wrote a page. It took me 3.5 hours. No big deal. That's pretty much what I do every day. That's what I've been doing every day. It's just kind of trying to write. Yesterday I did it for about 5 hours, then I tapped out. And I just make myself write a page every day, no matter how long it takes me, considering I have nothing to do every day and nothing but time, if I'm not working, I'm just, getting fat. And, so anyway, that was good. Feels good now. I feel good, Don't feel so depressed anymore. I always feel depressed on those days where I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like writing Japanese today. I don't feel like writing. But I don't want to write for 5 hours. Oh, I'm just gonna be a lazy fat fuck, So I don't feel like that at all right now, because I just finished writing that page, Feel pretty good. Feels good doing stuff. Feels good, kicking the habit, kicking the fat lazy fuck syndrome habit, Feel pretty good. Yeah, last night at the Carmen Bar, it was pretty good too, I finally got to hear the real host. He showed up. I don't know what he was doing the other days, but he was pretty good. He was pretty funny. He was real professional. He had, what a lot of hosts do, like after a comedian will go up, is they'll comment on the comedian's set. He was doing that a lot, my final joke, my closing joke was about breasts, female breasts. I didn't use that word. I said titties. Of course, my mom says I shouldn't say that word titties because that's a bad word. I should say something less vulgar. So I'm thinking of I'm trying to change it, maybe boobs. Because I kind of notice too whenever I say that, I don't get the reaction that I'm looking for. I think because maybe some of the women are offended, or I don't know what the deal is. But I'm trying to clean up my jokes as much as possible. To make them better. But anyway, he commented on my set. He's like, "Oh yeah, I used to be fat and have really big man tits, but I didn't get any special." He didn't give him any advantage, basically. And I don't really know what I was talking about. Yeah, anyway, there was some actually good comics there last night. He was pretty good. There was a couple comics that went up that were decent. There was one Jewish guy who had a tattoo on his arm that said Jew, and he was making a lot of jokes about, Jewish people being tattooed, because I don't know if you guys know this, that's what they did in the Germany over there. They tattooed numbers on the Jews, man. Magneto's got one of those, in the new movies. McKellen, the Gandalf guy. He plays a Jew, and he plays a Jewish Magneto, And he also played Gandalf. He was also in that movie Apt Pupil where he played a Nazi. He's also gay, so he's got a lot of range. This Ian McKellen guy. McKellen? I don't know. That guy didn't really have much of a career until recently, huh? That's kind of weird. Well, I mean, I guess he did. He just wasn't super famous. That must be nice, right? You're acting your whole life, and then finally, when you become an old fucking man, you get really famous. And then you just like chill around the world with your gay lover, or I don't know. He must be banging all kinds of young boys. I don't know. Maybe he's married or something. Him and Patrick Stewart hang out a lot. Where they wear different hats. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures. Him and Patrick Stewart like to wear different hats. and go out on the town, you know? That's how you know you're having a good night out on the town, because you got a little hat on, you know? And it's not one of those stupid trendy hats. It's like a unique hat. That's how you know you're going places. You got some unique hats. I have some beanies, you know? My head gets cold because I'm fucking bald, but besides that, I don't really wear too many hats, you know? I guess it's not very popular here in America, I think. I can't remember what I was. Oh yeah, the tattooed Jewish guy. Yeah, he was making some. He had a tattoo that said Jew, you know, and he was saying like, oh, all the rabbis got mad at him, you know. Kind of reminded me of this girl I went on a date one time with. She was like, she was super religious. Turns out, I didn't know that when I asked her out, and then we were hanging out at the park, and she kept talking about Jesus and the Bible. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. She didn't want to have sex till she got married. I was like, oh, yeah, maybe don't tell me that on the first date, you know? Kind of. I mean, you're cool and everything, but I don't know if I don't want that in the back of my mind that I gotta marry you if I ever want to see your boobies, you know? But, she had a tattoo also. And, she was very obsessed with the Bible, and she didn't want to have sex because the Bible told her not to. But she also got a tattoo, which it also says in the Bible you shouldn't get tattoos. So I don't really know what was going on with her, you know. That was kind of something was going on in her head, you know. She was picking and choosing. She was picking and choosing which parts of the Bible she wanted to believe, you know. I wanted to tell her, so, well, you got that tattoo. Why can't we just fuck? I mean, come on. You already did something bad, you know. Let's just go back to my place and start sinning, all right? I'll tattoo my face on your ass. Anyway, things didn't work out with her. C'est la vie, you know? C'est la vie, as they say in France, or shogunai, as they say in Japanese, or what the fuck you gonna do about it, as we say in English, you know? So anyway, that was a fun night at the Carmen Bar last night, but it just went on too long, man. I was there for 2 hours, too. Like, by the end of it, I was still one of the only people still sitting there, like, watching the other comedians, trying to be respectful, but it's like, god damn, it's 11:30, all right? We need to end this at 11. You know, just be like, all right, if you signed up too late, it's over at 11, man. But it's fucking Wednesday, you know? There was some kids there. There was some, we had some audience members. There was, like, these 4 kids, and they were probably in their 20s, you know? But they had, like, hairstyles like they were, like, 40-year-old guys from the 70s, you know? Like, they all had, like, long hair and mustaches, even though they were probably only, like, 25, you know? They were pretty interesting cats, you know? Yeah, what's with these kids today, you know? I guess I don't know, maybe I'm not connected with the youth, or the 10-year generation gap, but, those kids sure do like looking like 45-year-old guys from the 70s. I guess maybe that's the new fashion here. I should try to do something like that. I should try to look like an old man from the 70s. You know, maybe that's the popular thing. You know, I got the balding thing going, you know, so maybe I can just grow out the back of my hair like the Hulkster, you know. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I guess that's it for today, you know. Try to have a fun day, have a good time, everybody. I'm gonna go eat some food, I guess, now. You know, it's lunchtime. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.